I did though. What's poppin', family? It's good to see everybody. Happy Saturday. I'm excited as we wrap up another one. Hashtag DJ Khaled voice. I'm just messing. Nah, I honestly wish I had like one of those keyboards with little sound effects. Another one. But yeah, I'm grateful, y'all. It's actually dope. I wish we really kept count of all the books we've read together as a collective. It's definitely well in the 30s now, if not 40s. So really dope. We are wrapping up Rich Dad Poor Dad, chapter 8, and then I call it chapter 9, but it's just like final thoughts. He's wrapping it up together. But overall, what I'm saying, every time we wrap up a book, we really just open this space to talk about some of the major like key takeaways or the things that you've been utilizing out of the book as well. So it doesn't necessarily have to be just about what you read in chapter 8 and the final thoughts. You could talk about the entirety of the book as a whole. But I am excited to hear y'all's perspectives or revelations, whatever y'all are actually diving into that. Um, and yeah, and then I'll talk about the next book before we wrap out of here. But just keep your eyes peeled and open. It'll get posted today in the book club group with links for the audio, links for the actual hard copy, along with where to find it in the digital library. Okay. So that's all going to be under the book club tab of the app, and you'll be able to access everything there. If you are on the website, you can literally just search in your profile, my groups, find the book club, and then you just join that thing. You'll be smooth. But that being said, who would like to kick us off?
I got you, brother.
My guy. Appreciate you, Mateo. Good
Yeah.
morning.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna
No
turn my camera on.
worries.
How we doing this morning, everybody?
Blessed, man. I'm blessed, brother.
Love to hear it. We got chapter 8 and 9, and then final thoughts as we close out. Um, Honestly, I love the chapter 8 because is it's something that I think a lot of people eventually find out on their journey, but it's not intrinsically what you'd initially think of how success works. Success is a removal process more than it is an additive process. And that's kind of what chapter 8 talks about, removing obstacles, right? Overcoming them. So there's essentially 5 different things that really stop people from becoming financially independent and successful. That's fear, cynicism, laziness, bad habits, and arrogance. I'm going
Say
to
it
start
again for the
with,
people in the back, bro.
you said what?
Let's say it again for the people in the back.
Yeah, no, literally,
My,
we got
my fault,
fear.
bro. I thought I was muted. I'm sorry.
No, you're good, you're good. You really just thought out loud. Yeah, we got those 5. Very, very important. Fear stands for false evidence appearing real. It also stands for face everything and rise or face everything and run, depending on what your mindset is. So you have to take that into consideration. When you are afraid of losing money, it prevents most people from taking risks, and that what stops people a lot. I've seen so many people that have turned me down on wanting to work with me because it's risky. It's a scam. I don't want to lose money. You're never going to make money if you don't lose money. I missed out on some serious profits this week because I was scared to lose money in the markets on a couple plays on a couple plays I wanted to make on a couple setups. And I was like, you know what? I'd rather just sit and watch and wait what happens because even if I like have a really low lot size, I just don't want to lose money because I'm sitting at a negative, a little bit drawdown in my account. I was like, I don't want to take some. But if I would have taken those, I would have been up like multiple percent just because I was not willing to like risk that. It's the fear that stops us. It's the expectation. And this is something that I've learned recently that's very, very key. So there's a difference between fear and anxiety. Fear is a response to a known danger, right? Anxiety is something that happens when we don't have a known danger and we're just anxious about it, right? Like if you have a fear of flying, for example. I think Mikhail or Marcos has like spoken about this before. I might have heard this from you guys, where if you have a fear of flying or unknown, honestly, I want to hear your take on this, Marcos, because maybe what I'm about to say is exactly what you mean. But essentially, if you have a fear of something, like if you're in a plane, right, and you have a fear of flying and you're afraid on that plane, there's no reason to be afraid because there's no known danger. It's not like you're heading towards a mountain. Like you're not in any immediate danger. So that fear is actually just anxiety about the unknown, of the uncomfortableness of it, right? That's what we experience in entrepreneurship is the uncomfortableness of the unfamiliar. And if you're afraid of that, you just need to recognize that fear is false evidence appearing real, and you just need to face everything and rise. So that being said, next thing is cynicism, doubts or negative self-talk from yourself or others, really. I feel like a lot of people have, including myself, I've definitely, what's the word? I've definitely been influenced by other people for sure in the terms of like letting people get to you, especially when you start something new in entrepreneurship and being in business. And they're like, oh, is that really good idea? Like maybe you should just put more hours in at that job and save more instead of like starting a new business, right? Like maybe it just, what are the chances you'll succeed, right? It's just these cynical negative self-talk. We have to block that out completely. Like there is no room for that in here. Like 0%, not even 1%, like literally no room. If you have somebody in your life who's just a hater, who's just like and they come from a place of love even, maybe they're like, "Oh, I just want the best for you, bro. I just want the best for you, girl. I just want to see you win. Like I don't want to see you lose. Like just don't." And then they follow that up with just putting everything you're doing down because they don't want to see you fail. That more speaks about their want to see you follow the same limitations that they do because that validates their lack of faith in themselves. Does that make sense? Like we really have to sit here and think about why are we being told the things we're being told by people? Because your environment is such a key thing to your success, in my success, that you have to consider these things. You cannot let cynicism, doubts, and negative self-talk of other people influence your mind. Input equals output. So you have to put the positive things in yourself to be able to encourage that self-talk, and that's where it really comes from, right? Um, Laziness is often disguised as busyness. The third thing, laziness. So I've learned as well in the past several months. I've learned a lot in terms of being able to actually be productive in business from Mikkel, because Mikkel is a very productive man. He's not just busy, right? And I know a lot of people who are hardworking people, but they're just busy. Like they just work a lot, but they don't really accomplish a lot. Like, there's a big difference. So rich people stay focused on creating assets even when life gets full. There is no such thing as the right time. There's only time and what we do with it. So when you have work to do, and we always have work to do, we just have to prioritize it based off of moving the needle forward every day. What's actually going to get the work done that you want to do? Like in all actuality, I've come across, and not just people in this group at all, like we have a very good system to pour into ourselves to become financially successful and free. But I've come across a lot of people in my own life in other industries, like working life insurance, for example. So many people in life insurance would literally do anything but dial the phone. And it made me laugh sometimes because I'm like, bro, you get up at 4 in the morning, you're going to the gym, you're reading your Bible, you're eating healthy, doing your meal prep, doing your script training, getting your CRM, but they just avoid the thing that actually makes money, and that's dialing the phone. And it's like that doesn't it's everything but, you know what I mean? It's like the trader who wants to do everything but follow their trading strategy. It's like you'll study the charts, back test for hours, get your mind right, your everything, but you can't, like it's just that one thing that's like just follow the trading strategy. It's all you got to do, really. Everything else obviously is very important to make that work better, but we have to work hard and smart here. And laziness can come in the form of busyness. And that's something that I feel like I got out of this book this time around more than I did last time for sure. Bad habits, when we have a habit of paying others before we pay ourselves, that can come as a detriment. And I've made that mistake as well myself before, for sure. For sure. Um, you always have to pay yourself first, and that just comes with being responsible with money. The better you take care of money, the better the money will take care of you. So you have to be able and willing and prioritize investing in assets, even if money's tight. I talked to somebody recently who said he was broke right after he told me that he has over 70 grand in his accounts. And I'm like, bro, you're not, don't tell me you're broke. Because I know what it's like to be broke. I'm like, bro, you're not broke. And he's like, well, I'm not broke. It's just I don't want to take money out of my stocks. And I'm like, okay, that's a big difference there. Like I caught him on it and he was willing to like confront that and be like, yeah, I'm not broke. I just don't want to take money out of my stocks. And I'm like, yes, that's a good th like don't say you're broke. That's not a good thing to say. Ever. We should never say that we're broke. Maybe you don't have money in your spending wallet yet. Like that's different than saying you're broke. Because broke is a mindset. So you don't want to ever say that. Like that's just part of the cynicism, right? And it's just think and grow rich. So um honestly, it was funny to me when my friend was saying that because we're doing some business together and he was telling me he doesn't have money for it right now. And it was like, okay, I see how it is. Because he's prioritizing paying himself first, and I respect him for it. So it kind of taught me a little bit about doing business at a higher level because some people will actually like literally hold on to 70K and not be willing to spend 500 just because they don't want to take money out of their stocks. Isn't that crazy? And that's really the level of like, and this guy has a $4 million a year business. So like he's not broke, but he's got a certain discipline about him that most people never even come close to reaching. And that's the difference, really. It's just a night and day difference. Last thing I'll say is arrogance. And this is something that I definitely have practiced more and more um, along my journey is thinking that you know everything. Like being open to being wrong, literally just open to being wrong and just being open to learning something new and how that person or how that situation is acting maybe in a way that doesn't make sense to you now, but you could definitely learn from it and then take that information that you learned based off the situation you experienced that maybe rubbed you the wrong way the first time and consider, okay, how can this teach me something? Like just like my friend who has way more money than he needs to do what we're doing together, but he doesn't have the money. You know what I mean? Like that just financially well off doesn't always mean financially literate. Yeah, facts. No, literally. I mean, it's funny to me because I genuinely, I mean, I'll be vulnerable with you guys. I need 15K. I need $15,000 to get out to Europe and go make myself a husband to a wife. I just need 15K. And it grinds my gears, as white people say. It grinds my gears when I have people that I'm working with who have way more money than they need, but like they're not like willing to make investments in things because they don't have the disposable income yet. Because I'm like, bro, you know what I mean? And it's just something that I have to be not arrogant about and recognize humbly that, okay, my situation is my situation, his situation is his situation, and he has every right to be making the choices he's making for his own reasons, right? Like taking things personally in business is something I've had to really check myself on. And we have every reason to learn from other people in other situations because that's going to help us in our own situation, right? Like, I find that a lot of financially literate people, not just financially well off, but a lot of financially literate people, are very selfless. And that's something that um, I'm working on being more as well. So, because if you hoard money, if you're not willing to like share it or even like invest it and spend it, then that obviously comes from a place of lack, I feel like. But moving on to chapter 9, I want to keep it moving. Um, Really, it's just the like steps to get started. That's literally what it's called, getting started. So to build wealth, start small, but start now. So success loves speed, legacy loves longevity. This is a principle I've been doing my best to implement more and more. Yo, I think we just got a new couple person. We got Imani in this now. Let's go. What's going on, Imani? Um, but yeah, chapter 9, getting started is the most important thing. Like people want to ask, I've had a lot of conversations with people ask me, "Oh, how do I get started, bro? Like, what do you do to get started?" And it's just you just got to start. You just got to start somewhere. Just do something. Literally, just start. Do something. It's not that complicated. And as long as you're starting off any kind of way, that's better than trying to plan out everything, getting this whole master plan going without taking any action. Like I see a lot of people who are new to business and entrepreneurship who want to get rich overnight and just make $1 million in a month. And I actually used to have a business partner I worked very closely with who had a very hard time with this. And that kind of inspired me to think differently because of that. Because my partner, he would move from thing to thing within a couple weeks. And everything, every new thing that we talk about to do together, it was always a bro, we're gonna get rich is like is all heck overnight. Like a couple weeks later, like we're gonna make millions of dollars, bro. All we gotta do is this, and like a million other things. And then a month later, when it didn't work exactly like at the scale that he was hoping to, it would be another, oh, bro, we're gonna get so rich, and then he'd just be on one for another like 48 hours straight. And it was very stressful. I'm not gonna lie, that was probably one of the most stressful period of times of my life. Mikhail, I think you know exactly what I'm talking about. I see you laughing, dog. So when it comes to starting, there's 10 steps really. I wrote these down. Have a deep reason why. Powerful personal motivation will fuel long-term success. You have to keep this in the forefront of your mind at all times because there's been times over the past several months, not very many times, honestly, because my why is very powerful, but there's been a couple times where I didn't really think about it as strongly as I should, and that caused me to not move as urgently or as focused as I could have. And it's taught me that you need to really just stay focused on that why even more. So associating with people who have a alignment with that is a huge help as well. It's more important who you work with than what you do, obviously. So just being able to be um, transparent and honest about your reasons why to the right people. Obviously, I don't share my why with everybody because not everybody needs to know. But to the people that do, that matter, that's something that we can really share and make those things happen with each other, you know? Feed your mind as well. Obviously, input equals output. So when you feed your mind, how you think becomes how you speak becomes how you live. That was something I was taught a long time ago, by a couple mentors I had. So think different by inputting things different, read by feeding your mind, right? Choose your friends wisely. This is something I could talk about for a very long time, but I'm gonna keep it short. You can make more money with strangers than people that you knew your whole life. It's true. Like there's literally people out there right now that we don't even know who will put $5,000 into a broker. But maybe a friend that you've known for 5 years who's been trading that you want to trade with you on your broker doesn't want to deposit, right? But there's like somebody out there that you don't even know, and he'll put 100,000 into the broker maybe. Like it's just crazy how that works, right? Choose your friends wisely. It's easier to make a friend out of a business partner or out of a customer than it is to make a customer out of a friend. And that's a life principle that you eventually have to learn to um, not just accept, but really embrace and learn that it's okay to make friendships from new people who you do business with. Like that shouldn't be something that is bad or like uncomfortable. That should be something great and really a blessing. I've met some of the be like literally all my best friends that I have in my life are people that I've done business with. So that's just how, yeah. Master a formula and then learn a new one. Don't get stuck in one model, learn and adapt. I'm still learning this honestly because it's too easy to get distracted on different models, different systems, different strategies. But when you really lock in and master one, then you can scale from there. So honestly, this is something I'd love to hear more from the team about because I'm trying to run a play right now where there's a formula that we can follow. And I don't want to keep rebuilding. Like I really want to sit here and like dig deep. So I don't want to like sit here and try to learn a million models, you know what I mean? But mastery, is a book that is written by Robert Greene that I need to read. That's a book. Is it in the library? Do you know? It is in the library. Wow, that's fire. Okay, word. That'd be dope. That'd be cool to read as a book club for the future. But moving forward, pay yourself first is another key point in chapter 9. Pay yourself first, and this was talked about a little bit before in chapter 8. Always invest in your assets column before paying others. I'm honestly learning to um, still really integrate this because when does being generous or sharing the wealth and investing in others cross over paying yourself first? Does that make sense? That's something that I'm still trying to really understand, and I feel like it can be situationally, but um, the principle of it, just to keep it simple, right, is just make sure that you're paying yourself first. Because if you're not paying yourself first, then you're now relying on other people to pay you, which you never want to put yourself in that position. I've done that, and it usually doesn't work out great. But with that being said, pay your brokers well. Use professionals who help you grow your wealth. That's facts. I've been done clean and I've been done dirty when it comes to having my professionals pay me. And I can actually share you all a really cool story. I'm going to keep it short, but after this, I'll probably just close out with a couple final thoughts. I know I've been talking for a minute, but this is a crazy scenario that I literally was steaming this morning. And I'm going to share a little bit about it because this is something that you guys can really learn from as well. And I pray that we continue to grow in integrity together. So this is what happened, right? There's a business called a crypto casino, right? That I am working on getting integrated with and into. And there's some business partners that I'm working with who, when you invest into this crypto casino, just like a casino has its token, has its chip, this crypto casino uses a specific token, right? And you have to stake this token to become part owner in this crypto casino. And when you do that, other people who come in under you to stake, you get a commission if they set you up correctly. I was cut out. I was cut out of when I got somebody like a whale into this crypto casino under me, they placed him under me in a way that cut me out of the direct commission. And that had me fuming. And it's not the person who got under me, it's not his fault. It's the person who placed my guy under me. And that really irritated me. I was like, wow, like this guy who's literally out in like Mykonos off different flights, like this guy's rich, rich. And he's now cutting me out of like I'm literally in my mom's house. Like you really got to cut me out. Like wow, you know what I mean? So if that's how you do, like I don't even want to do this anymore. Like honestly, I'd rather not at all at this point. I don't want to work with people like that. But if I don't work with people like if I don't do that crypto casino now, then I'm obviously cutting myself out a bag. But at the same time, it's like, is it really about the money? Like I'm gonna get rich regardless if I just focus on the right things with the right people. So that honestly was just like I literally could be making thousands and thousands of dollars if I didn't get cut out. And I found out this morning that I did. And it literally like I'm still fuming about it. And I want to tell you guys that because anybody in here, is it Arnulfo? Yeah. Amber, Marcos, Patrick, Sam, Tri-Town, Imani. We are in a place in this room right here, this virtual room where we have each other's backs. You won't have to worry about getting cut out on some shit. Excuse the French, but like I've had that happen before in multiple different ways, and not just like in this crypto casino, but like other ways too. And I'm in a place where like I have zero patience. Like I literally had another person a couple weeks ago that cut me out on a meme coin play that we were doing.